3, 2, 1.
Yeah, all right. Well, we are excited. Welcome to Scoreboard. We have 4 regional champions from Southwest ISD. We'll let them introduce themselves. We'll start with Legacy down there. Who do we have in the studio today?
My name is Marissa Chavadia.
Marissa, welcome.
My name is Ariana Sanchez.
Ariana, welcome. And then from Southwest, who do we have?
I'm Danielise Villafane.
Welcome,
I'm
Danielise.
Sophia Pusateri.
Welcome, Sophia. Man, this is exciting. So talk to us first and foremost. Regional champions, how many seniors do we have? Do we have any seniors? All seniors? What is it, or just what is it, junior? All right, sounds good. Talk to me about what it means to end. We'll talk with our seniors first, and then we'll get to our junior seniority, you know what I'm saying? But talk to us about what it means to close out your high school career as a senior, becoming a regional champ. We'll start with Legacy down there and make our way to Southwest. What does that mean to you?
To end the year off with being a regional champ, it just has a lot to do with where I started.
Yeah.
Started sophomore year.
Yeah.
I had no idea what regionals meant. I remember the coaches just being like, if you pull this, you're going to regionals. And I was like, whatever that means.
I guess I'm pulling this, yeah.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because we were at TSS, and it was like, if you pull this, you're going to regionals. And I was like, okay.
Yeah.
And then I was kind of just lifting at regionals, and then at regionals, Florida is the same thing. If you pull this, you're going to state. And I was like, okay. I was kind of just lifting, and then once I got to my junior year, that's when it was kind of like, okay, now you're competing.
Yeah.
Now you're placing. Now you want to, like, this is where you want to stand. This is where you want to be. But to me, that just means a lot because it kind of has to go. It has a lot to do with your life as well, because it's kind of like an improvement in where you've been and where you've been raised and how you've grown up. Just your progress throughout the years, and it kind of blows my mind because I've stayed regionals, like state, and it just surprises me how I made it my sophomore year, just because it was my first year starting as well. So it really does mean a lot to me, and like the coaches do mean a lot to me. Harrison just got here, really good coach.
Yeah, well, I'm happy to hear that. We'll talk about the coaches a little bit further as well. But when it comes to the seniors for our Dragons, talk to me about what it means to kind of close out your career as a competitor, going from, just competing, learning about the sport, to now a regional champion as well as your senior year. What does that mean to you all?
I guess it's just sad because I only have one more meet in
Sure.
state, so it's like it's a big deal. But
Yeah. I'll tell you what, I don't know if sad was the word I would have chosen. I'm like, that seems pretty exciting, but yeah.
well, it's just because it's like I have to go like out on my own and like pay to go
Sure,
do
sure.
powerlifting. I don't get to like just do it and like
Yeah,
have
yeah.
it provided for me.
Sure.
So it's just, and I just also started my sophomore year,
Yeah.
and I didn't really do anything. I got like, I don't even know, like 9th or something. So I didn't even know it was happening either.
And now it's regional champ. That's what I'm
Yeah.
talking about. That's awesome.
But yeah.
That's great. Danielise, what about you? Talk to me about your senior year, how it's going, how it's gone, and then now to close it out with a regional championship.
Senior year has been pretty good so far with regional champ and everything.
Yeah.
I personally started my sophomore year as well, but I had no idea what I was getting into.
Yeah.
People would just like be, you're strong, you should try it. And I was like, oh, I don't know. Like maybe sophomore year, I probably went to 1 meet total, and I was like, okay, I kind of like this. So
Sure.
when I went in my junior year, I was like, okay, like how does this work? I'm motivated. Let's do it. And that year I was able to be regional champ as well, and I got second in state last year. So it just motivated me senior year to know what my standards are for this year.
What the expectation already was.
Exactly.
And now for our junior at Legacy, you have another year. You've gotten to here already as a junior. How exciting is it for you to be in a leadership role so young as a junior, and then also take that next year? What are you hoping to provide for the team just this year and next year as well?
Feel pretty great about being a part of it.
Yeah. You're good. No problem. I will say, as a junior, is it do you think the seniors have set the standard for you pretty easily as far as a junior of what to expect?
Yeah, pretty much.
And next year, do you think you're going to be able to, talk to us about the other underclassmen with you. Are there some strong underclassmen we should be looking out for as well over there at Legacy?
Yeah.
She's like, nah,
Savannah.
just me, but
Yeah, no, nobody else.
yeah,
Just
that's
focus on
right.
me.
Just focus on you, yeah.
Yeah, Savannah, she couldn't make it, but she's also really strong.
Because we have 4 of you. She's the 5th, right? That's good. That was regional champ as well. Okay, perfect, awesome. That's exciting stuff. Well, talk to me about this coaching staff. If they look nervous, fans, it's because their coaches are staring dead at them on the other side of the camera. But we'll start with Legacy. Talk to us about this coaching staff. You guys kind of touched on it a little bit. Talk to us about what's special about them, what they've helped you grow in confidence-wise, personality-wise as a person. I think, Coach Wagner was my former coach. We have another former coach of mine over here on the other side. But looking at coaches in general, we try on this show to highlight the importance of them because I don't feel like they get enough love out in the public as well for all that they do. So talk to us about what's so special about your coaching staff at your high schools.
What I like to recognize about this coaching staff is it's definitely not just about the sport that they're teaching you about, but it's definitely about the life beyond high school, beyond the sport itself.
Absolutely.
I've definitely had them help me personally at home with like a bunch that I've just had going on that has gotten in the way of me competing, me being able to be here.
Mm-hmm.
I work a lot after school and on the weekends. Mm-hmm. I worked 2 jobs for a while, and they understood that like I wouldn't be able to make it to certain practices, so I'd be there in the morning. If I couldn't be in the morning, I'd be there after school right before work. So I like that they've understood that and they've taken that into account. And when it came to after school, they've like allowed me to get extra work in. They've allowed me to have life advice and beyond just the sport itself. Yeah. It comes more mental rather than it just being physically them being there for your sport.
Yeah, absolutely. Well said. Well said. Anything to add for legacy about the coaching staff and what they've done for you, done for the team?
They're pretty great, I
Yeah.
guess.
I like it.
What we have here is a dichotomy of long answers and then keeping it nice and
nice and short.
Nice and short.
I like it. Yeah, they're pretty good.
Yeah, they're all right.
Yeah. I got one more year with them. I don't want to get too into it. Yeah.
No, they're definitely people with words. They'll definitely understand you, like whatever you have going on. Mm-hmm. They'll take you personally aside.
Sure.
And just talk to them and understand like what you have going on.
Yeah.
They're really great with that, and like they'll just tell you, talk to you personally, and then just go lift.
Go lift. There you go.
Put that aside and just do you.
I love it. Yep. I love it. Talk to us about Southwest. What's the coaching staff like at Southwest High School?
They're very like. I think it helps that it helps me at least that they're also football coaches, so they're not all like, like
Yeah.
They're very like.
A lot more serious, a lot more intense. Yeah.
But even our Coach Cortez, she left, but she was even more just like them. She's just like, just go, just pick it up.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah.
I like it.
They just like, I don't know, they're very like helpful, and they just like, I don't know.
Oh, good.
They're good.
No problem. There we go. Throw it over to you. Go ahead.
The powerlifting coaches at least, they are truly supportive and really. As an individual sport, you don't really see them, I feel like, as much.
Sure.
But they're with you at every lift, every ounce that you're putting in that effort, they're right there with you.
Gotcha.
And I need that a lot, too. And, like, they always keep me grounded and centered because sometimes you'll be like, oh, my gosh, like, going crazy because you're trying to add up numbers. You're trying to do a lot of things at the same time, just overthinking. They're like, it's okay. We'll take care of it. Like, you're okay. Like, you do you. We'll take care of what we need to take care of.
Yeah.
And, like, it's honestly helps so much in just keeping me centered and balanced and like
that makes sense.
performing well.
Yeah, you need that in times where it's a little stressful. You want to jump in as well, Coach?
So 2 things. One is we have 3 out of the 4 have earned either Titan Warrior of the Week or Dragon Warrior of the Week in this group, and so appreciate them for not just being athletes but really working on mental part, the character part of their game, being examples in that area. So great job to y'all. 2 is they're all pretty much doing other things other than powerlifting. Yep. Danny is one of our is leading the district in discus, one of the better ones in shot as well. And Ariana's done it. And Marissa. Then I'm sorry, no, my bad. They're all trainers, but both of them are trainers as well.
Yeah.
Want to thank them for that because we're big about doing multiple things, not just focusing on that. And Sophia used to do other things as well and stuff, but pretty great multi-sport athletes, and everything. So I wanted to point that out. But I think in going to the meets over the years, what I want to ask them is the strategy. A lot of people don't know powerlifting. They just you're so. Instead of me explaining it, why don't you all? And the nice thing is that we have. So there's 2 types of powerlifting. We have what we call unequipped and we have what we call equipped. And 2 of them are unequipped champions and 2 of them are equipped champions. And so let's start with the unequipped from our unequipped people. So Marissa, why don't you start off with tell us a little bit about just what unequipped means and how that goes.
When it comes to unequipped, I just got here. I was suited at the beginning of the year. I was equipped. The difference that I know and then that I would consider and like tell a person that just didn't know what powerlifting was, unequipped would just be, it's mostly just you raw. It's no suit, it's no knee wraps, it's no extra help. It's just you yourself and your physical strength. And it's just no uplift. It's physically just you. But when it comes to equipped, it's a really restricted suit that we can barely breathe in. An equipped suit, it's really tight knee wraps that the coaches will not seem to put loose at all. But unequipped is just you yourself. Rather,
it's kind of like walking into the gym and just being like, all right, we're gonna see who can lift the most weight.
Yeah, it's kind of like you're just going in there, you're just gonna work out.
Gotcha.
Danny, tell us about how do you see equipped
Okay, personally, I had my trauma with equipped.
or unequipped? I mean, I'm sorry.
I had my trauma with equipped, with the bench daddies, those things.
And we'll talk about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
No. So I've been unequipped since I started, basically. I tried equipped once, and I was like, that's not for me. Unequipped is just like, to piggyback off Marissa, just you, yourself, and your strength.
Yeah.
You prove basically how strong you are just by yourself.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't really know what to say.
All right.
She explained it how
Fair.
it is. So.
Fair. I guess.
So if we would have been equipped, if we would have made you equipped, you might.
Dude,
you may have lifted.
You kidding me? The monster I already was. Who knows? Who knows what could have been? But my question was going to be:
is you almost made Homer fall off the chair.
I'll tell you what, dude. I was squatting Homer back in the day.
Yeah.
But let me say this: for the people who don't know, for just the average Joe, right? For our equipped, if you can talk for our equipped people, does it give you an advantage? Do you feel like it is a massive advantage? Is it a little advantage? What does that look like? Because
so let's talk about the what it is first. So let's start with so let me back up real quick for everybody. In powerlifting, we compete in 3 lifts. Okay, you compete in the bench press, the deadlift, and the squat. Okay, and when you squat, it's not the ones that when they go to if you see them in the gym and they put a whole bunch of weight on and they go down
like
about
kind
of like what your squat looks like. It's kind of like down and then come up and they say, yeah, I squatted 400 pounds.
Yeah.
No, you have to go all the way down, and it's gotten even lower, I think, lately. But you have to go down past parallel to where the back of your legs, to where almost the back of your legs touch your calves.
Wow.
And then you come up.
Okay.
And it's not like you have a spotter, but they're not helping you come up. They're not doing all those types of things. So that's the unequipped means you don't have anything. You're rolling out there like you went to the gym. Okay. Equipped is then in the squat, they'll wear a squat suit, and I'll let the ladies talk about that. In the bench, they have what they call a bench daddy, and that personally, that one I'm offended by because it's just like, holy moly, like it is
like a spotter?
It's like a big old
spotter?
no. It's like you watch if you watch them.
I was like, what are you doing right now?
If you watch somebody walk in ready to go, they have like they have this thing on their arms that's like.
No,
like
keep
walk
going.
Around
Yeah.
like Frankenstein.
Okay.
And then you have to like spread it out, and so this thing stretches out like a huge rubber band. All the way
so you're
across.
wearing it.
Yes.
I thought it was on the machine. Okay, gotcha.
No, it is like you're like walking around like this.
No, keep doing
and
that
then
though.
You're
Yeah.
coming all the way out like that.
Yeah.
And then it kind of helps you
Gotcha.
go up. So that's what equip means. So you have that. So
The visual
one thing you
representation
don't-
was
like
very
Frankenstein.
solid. Yeah, very solid.
Yeah. So anyway, so talk to us about what the Sophia. Talk to us about.
He's trying so hard to
Squat.
just catch his back. Go ahead.
Talk to us about the squat suit first.
Okay. The squat suit is basically how I've described it to my parents. Is like a super tight burlap sack. Is what it feels
All
like.
right.
And it just like you can't even like if you just have it on with no weight, you can't even get down, which is the whole point. You need a lot of weight to get down, and then it just like it's basically like those old timey swimsuits that they used to wear where they had like the shorts and the shirt and it was all one, and it's just like super tight, and then it like is supposed to help you drive your hips up in like when you're squatting. So yeah.
Okay.
Huh.
Ariana, talk to us about the bench daddy.
The bench daddy, it's I mean, it's also tight, obviously. Sometimes you can get like marks around your arms from it being too tight. I mean, I don't have a problem with it getting it on. I found multiple ways to get it on by myself. It's really useful.
All right, fair. She
So
said
it's
Wagner sounds like a personal
would you say
problem.
would
Yeah.
you say it's like a big rubber band almost,
That's
I would
that's
say,
yeah.
like going across your chest, and then
Yeah.
it just kind of helps you bring it up. Yes.
Now,
Okay.
now, Danny, did you say trauma when you were talking about bench data? That's what I heard. Did you say I have trauma? Talk to us about this trauma.
So my sophomore year, I tried doing equipped.
Okay.
So my first meet, probably my first or second meet, just going. I was in the bench doing bench with the
Yeah.
bench daddy on, and I went down, and then, cause you have to hit a specific spot with the bench daddy. If you hit the wrong spot,
It'll
you
pop
like
off,
lose
or-
control of it, cause your arms are so tight.
Yeah.
That like a specific movement, you're cooked. To be
Yeah.
honest, so I had went backwards because I was still learning how to use it. I wasn't 100%. That it like dropped on my neck, and the
Oh.
spotters suck. The spotters suck. Let me tell you, no offense, but like, no
But
No offense.
but there was
yeah,
some
like because
offense.
realistically, so they're also high school kids and they don't know what's
Sure,
going on. They don't
sure.
know what to expect either. So like everybody was just like, "Whoa, what
Yeah.
happened?" So after that, I was like, "You know what? I'm not doing that again." So I just went pure strike, and it was a good decision to make because I did become regional champ. So
Okay,
it's
fair,
cool.
fair.
So talk to us about the knee wraps now, because that's actually like an art form, is what I understand. So
Yeah.
when you do knee wraps, like talk to us about how. Again, there's a whole lot of people that may be watching that have
That
no
don't
idea
know,
what we're
yeah.
talking about, to include Brandon.
To include myself, 100%.
And so talk to us like what does it mean when you get your knee wraps in the equipped?
Painful.
Pain- Here we go, trauma.
That you're not recruiting anybody right now.
These adjectives are
These are-
scaring away.
Yeah.
These are
Everybody's
not-
like, why are you doing that?
Yeah.
It's just to help your knees not like pop out of the socket or whatever. Or whatever it's helpful for. I just know.
Or whatever
I
it
just know
does. Yeah.
That,
So basically, right now we're getting decapitated and losing our knees.
This is yeah. I'll tell you what, hey, but you're regional
Why did
champs.
the-
Regional
why-
I'm
champs.
not good with
Why can't we find any more power lifters?
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead. Sophia.
The knee sleeves they just help like boost your squat because they also restrict the movement so that you have to like pull yourself down. So then you just shoot up with the knee wraps
So
on.
it's the knee wraps and the burlap sack that you wear
Yes.
together. Nice.
But
I
What a
mean,
my
combo.
raw squat is probably like maybe like 350, something like that, and I did 475 at regionals.
That's insane. Insane.
So it's
Wow.
like it adds so much, and the same with the bench daddy because my raw bench is probably like I don't know 150 or something maybe, and then I did
Coach Molina's
I did
still like-
340 and then I did 340 with it on. So it's just like it's not even a fair like comparison between because like
Right.
if unequipped people wore it, they would be like right up there with us.
yeah.
It's just like it's very much like a technique thing.
What is it like for you as the athletic director to see kind of the new stuff like that come into play with sports like this? Is it a welcome
personally,
change?
and we've talked about this. Our coaches have talked about this a lot. We would rather probably start moving into just going completely unequipped. It becomes almost a who's got enough money to buy all the good stuff to. And we went over this at the state powerlifting meet a few years ago. When we walked in, there was people with different bench daddies on, and if you had the $300 bench daddy over the over the $175 $200 bench daddy, then you're probably going to lift more, which absolutely doesn't make a lot of sense.
But that's what I was
You
going to
know
say.
what I mean?
So there isn't a.
But they've just started moving towards unequipped and everything. So
There
if
isn't
you
a
look at-
uniform bench daddy though for everyone.
There's not. It's
Okay.
what can you buy? It's the
That's
same
interesting.
thing for squat suits. It's if you buy the right squat suit and you do all those types of things, then you get a little more. Then you get a little more out of it. You know what I mean? So there's not a. So it's a little bit I guess interesting. I guess.
Can you help and jokes aside, I'm trying to because I know me and you joke a lot, but just being serious, can you try to compare it for those listening? Because even me listening, I'm going, How is that? That doesn't seem fair to have an advantage.
It's not.
So is there another sport that at all
Unequipped.
But I'm saying,
that's
is there
like-
another sport
that
that's like, oh, I have
If you
for
have
like
all the-
baseball,
if
I
you
have an
if
expensive
you-
bat versus a
if
bat
you-
that is.
I think
this.
the,
Like,
the
what
best,
gives you?
it would be, yeah, you could say it would be like in baseball if they didn't have a uniform,
You need to buy this.
like if they didn't have a uniform, what you could do with the bat. Like when you have a bat in baseball, they have like it can only be like a drop 3 or whatever
Sure,
it is,
sure.
things like that. Otherwise, no, you can't use anything other than that. Does that make
Yeah,
sense?
but there
or,
is no
or it's only a
line.
wood bat, and then
Yeah.
it can't be a certain type of wood.
That's what I'm saying. But there is
There's
no
not.
line.
Exactly, and that's
does
the,
seem unfair, yeah.
And if you look at them, they're all like, "Yeah, you're right," because they've been there probably to certain meets where this person had the best one, and they bench more because they're not stronger. They just had better equipment.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's really, I think that's where us as coaches all kind of we recognize it, and you're just kind of like. Whereas unequipped is like in football is like going into off season.
Right.
When you test out in off season, you're basically powerlifting and everything, and that's fair, you know. And
Yeah,
then
there's
what
no-
they
there's
do
no
is,
advantage.
and it's not like if you look at Savannah's in like the 105 something like that, not the 97-pound division. You know what I mean? But she literally deadlifted I think 235 the other day and everything. You know, she's squatting in the 200s, close to 300, I think. Am I right? Something like that. And so she's lifting 3 times her
weight,
body weight. You know what I'm saying? And so some of that is a squat suit. But if you look at I guess the point I'm trying to make is when you go unequipped, you're lifting against people who are relatively the same body mass as you are, and we do that to make it fair. You know what I mean? Because if you take a 300-pound lineman and let him squat the same weight as the smaller cornerback
Sure.
in football, they're probably not squatting the same.
I got you.
You know what I mean? That's why like in boxing you have the pound for pound.
Yeah, there's divisions.
Blah blah
Yeah.
blah. Right. And so I think you could get into an argument about that, but at the end of the day, until recently, we didn't have unequipped the last couple of years. So if you're going to power lift, you know, if you're going to play the game, you got to play the game the way everybody else is
Yeah,
playing the game.
absolutely.
And then you go from there. And I think that's why you're starting to see a lot more people move towards the unequipped,
Yeah.
the unequipped part of it. And
Yeah.
so after all of that, talk to me real quick, ladies, about explain your strategy, like from the opening weight to having to look in to see, am I going to bump up? What am I doing here? So a little bit of background for everybody watching. We start in a meet with squat, and then we go to the bench, and then we go to the deadlift and everything. And so everybody, you're going against everybody when you're at regionals. There's between 12 and 20 kids in a group that have already qualified in their local areas by either their weight, or actually I think it's all by total. So when we take and I'm just giving background, but when you take a score, you're taking your total of the bench, the squat, and the deadlift. What I want you all to talk to me about, just kind of like, how do you go in? How do you choose your opening weight? What do those weights? What do those weights sound like? And I think having two of you equipped versus unequipped will give
Yeah.
us a pretty good comparison of what that looks like. And so, what are your opening weights? What are your goals? So I want each of you to tell us this. What do you open with? What are you always striving for?
You guys get what I mean when I meant like the questions are gonna be like a 2-minute question, but he's yes.
That's why nobody likes him.
Let's
All
go.
right. So I want to know how you start it, and then what are your goals to get to?
There you
Does that
go.
make sense? All right.
You want to start Legacy or Southwest? We'll start Southwest. I feel like we keep going Legacy, so we'll start Southwest
All right.
after Legacy.
Go for it, Sophia.
So my openers are usually, is it like?
Yeah, give us,
like-
because so people can see the kind of weight you're lifting, because I think people will be like, whoa.
Yeah,
and
so he's
I
saying
want that.
He's saying, what do you open with? How do you change it throughout? Because what's the end goal that you're trying to get to?
Oh,
Yep.
okay. Well, for regionals, all my openers were supposed to add up to exactly the state qualifying total, so that if anything went crazy, I would for sure go to state, even if I didn't get a medal or something.
Okay.
And then after that, because they were all pretty low, and then we do big jumps, and then my goal for this one on squat was to get as close to 500 as possible. And so I opened with 360, and then something happened, but then I got my second one, and then I jumped to 475. So I got that one, and then on bench it was, I don't know, but it was just something that
It's like 315, I think.
it was 295, and then I went to 315
because you took the same route.
yeah,
Mhm.
and then I jumped to try and get the stupid
Regional record.
yeah, and then I didn't get it, and the other girl did.
We don't have to talk about that, but
Always bringing up old stuff.
yeah.
And then for deadlift,
Blame him for the question. Don't look at me. Yeah.
so my goal was, because the regional record was 330.
Sure.
So and then she bumped up, so then I bumped up more, so then I went for 340, and I got it up. It was just messy and ugly, so it didn't count.
We still have judge issues and everything as well. But go ahead.
And then
Talk to us about the deadlift, because that was the big time.
Yeah, my deadlift has always been very bad, and we don't even know why. And then I've been out of plateau, and I only went to one meet this season because I was just kept like having stuff come up. But I was at a plateau where I couldn't even lock out 315, like sumo, in conventional, like nothing. I could not lock it out. And then so I opened with 270, and then I got it up, and then I did 315, and it was actually moving really well. And then all my coaches did the math to see what I needed to like jump up to get first. And then so they went up to 345, which I've never touched in my life.
You went from 315 to 345.
Mm-hmm.
And never done it before.
Yeah, never touched it. Never touched anything over
Bold choice.
335. And then they were just like, if you pull it, you win. And I was like,
What? Those were the words. Those were the words.
And I went up there, and I was like, just pick it
and
up.
it was like easy. It was like,
yeah.
What are you doing?
And I was like, I don't.
The next day you tried it, and you said, I don't even know how I did that.
I don't understand how it was so easy. And
the
then
power of coaching. There you go.
Yep.
The power of coaching.
They just, And then
So,
and then
so what's your state goal? What's your total state goal?
Oh, like
when you put them all together, yeah.
Oh,
because I think your total this year, this last meet was
1135.
Right. So are you hoping to go higher than that?
Oh, I don't know, 1200.
Coach Molina says
But
1200.
I don't know, because I think I can do more on bench.
I feel like we're playing the family.
I like
Feud
that
right
coach is still coaching over here. I like this. Look at this.
I don't know. With the totals, I'm not that good at like remembering the numbers. I'm better
Sure.
with the like individual lifts. But I want to
Being focused on what's right in front of you, right?
Yeah.
I got you.
But for
That's
squat,
awesome.
I want to break 500 at state, and then on bench I want to get like, I don't know, 370 or something. And then deadlift I want like 400 or 405. So whatever
You
that
felt
adds
that
up to.
345. She said we're going to 400.
I'm hoping that all added up to about 1200.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. We're not a math podcast. We are a social one.
All right, Danny, what you thinking?
Remember, keep
All
it up
right,
here.
so
Keep it up
where
here.
did you kind of start with,
Yeah.
and then
Okay.
what's your total goal?
Okay, so I started off my squat with 275. My strat, I try to go low that I know 100% I can get it up.
Yeah.
Because through each category, squat, bench, and deadlift, you have 3 tries to get the weights up, and if you don't, you bomb out, and you're not allowed to compete anymore.
Oh, wow.
So you have to be very technical with your openers, because some people would try to go high, so they
And then can't do it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
Gotcha.
they
That
just
makes
bomb
sense.
out. So like you never, especially at a regional meet like this important, you never know what type of judges you're getting. You don't know what they're looking for. So I always try to start low and then just bump up as I can with things I've already done and know I'm capable of. So I started off with 275, really easy, went up, got it. And then I jumped up to 305.
Okay.
305. I got that up, and then I did 320, which was like my personal best this whole season.
And you got it in one, or you got it like just the first try and it was easy, or?
Yeah, so you have 3 tries.
That's what I'm saying.
So
yeah.
like if you fail the first time, you have the other 2 chances.
Sure.
You don't get more.
So
than
this
that.
was your third. This was your
Yeah,
third
my
try.
last attempt was 320 and I got it up. If
Gotcha.
you don't get it, you just
You just take your best one.
The best
Yeah,
of
the
the
best
yeah,
one,
gotcha.
So for bench, I started off with 145, I believe, and then I went up to 160, and then I tried to beat the bench record, which was 180. I almost had it up, but issues
Yeah.
happen. It happens. My goal for regionals last year I got best deadlift, so that was my goal this year. I wanted
Got
to
you.
regain that.
Yeah.
So I didn't get 180, but it's okay. And then for deadlift, I started off with 345, 355. No, 345. And then I went to 360. and then my last attempt was 400. Because last year I was able to get 400 up, but I didn't lock it out correctly,
Sure.
so they didn't give it to me. But I still count it as my unofficial PR.
There
Just
you
saying. But I was already far ahead
Mm-hmm.
between the other girls that I was like, I'm gonna see how far, like what might between us, so I can just pick a number for state in between those. So with my numbers that I did, I got best bench, best deadlift, best squat, and then
Man.
overall best lifter.
Wow.
Yeah.
Man.
Congratulations.
How
Thank you,
crazy.
thank
That's
you.
awesome.
All right, let's go to legacy. We'll start with.
I will say,
we'll start with Ariana.
The camera has been seeing some conversations going over here at Legacy.
Yeah.
They're trying to figure out what are we talking about,
What
what
did I do?
numbers.
What did I do?
They're doing math. There's calculators being pulled off screen. There's a lot of stuff happening.
To be clear, this is what it looks like at a powerlifting meet as well.
You're seeing a live
There's
meet here on Scoreboard.
and we don't have any math teachers over here a whole
No.
lot, so we got a whole lot of calculators going on.
That's right.
Still trying to figure out where to carry the one at. All right, Ariana, tell us your meet. And so, where did you start? What are you trying to get to?
For squat.
I was like, don't jump in here. Like, where did I start? I was like, I'll just be having this conversation.
For squat, my opener was 390. It was pretty easy.
Okay.
What'd you end off with in squat?
420.
Okay.
Okay.
Where'd you start with in bench?
Bench, I started with 275.
There you go.
Like, they take care of the numbers.
She's phoning,
I just
she's
live.
phoning a friend.
I am.
Yo, do you hear that? Did you hear how baller that was? They take care of the numbers.
Yeah.
I just live. What a
they tell me what to do, and I make it happen.
I'm telling you right now, that's going to be the name of this podcast today. Is they take care of the numbers. I just live. That was solid. I like that. Put on
All
a,
right,
put on a shirt.
what was your top bench?
310.
Okay.
Okay. Nice.
All right, and then how did you do on? I know deadlift didn't end the way you wanted to, so I don't mean to bring up
Still
old
mad
stuff,
about
but how did you do on? Where did you start? Where'd you end?
I started with 365, and I ended with 385.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
awesome. And then your total was
1150.
11:15.
What's your goal for state?
I don't even know.
Oh, coach
See-
said, well, what is it?
Coach, like that. Your goals are up to you, ma'am. I'm just here to help you.
Yeah. So 11:15. You looking to go to the 1200 range? You looking?
You're gonna compete with Sophie and see who can get to 1200 first.
Let's go.
She'll probably get it.
Let's
I'm not gonna lie. She'll probably get it.
That's awesome.
All right, good deal. All right, Marissa, talk to us about your meet and then where you're going, what your goals are for state.
My opening with my squat was 315.
That was yours.
That's unequipped.
Mm.
Very solid.
And then
That was
my
his.
That's not
second- He said that's not true.
That's all. That was like so long ago. Who's still counting?
Yeah, right now it can do the bar.
Go ahead. So 315 was opening.
Mhm.
Gotcha.
My second was 325, which was my recent max at the individual meet, and then my following was 330. I think I find my numbers I find them low only because I did equipped, but I ended my equipped season with the 405 squat and the 405 dead, so that was really a main goal for me.
Mhm.
So that's where I was like, okay, like I guess I'll try unequipped.
Mhm.
My bench, what was my opener? Hold on.
I was like, damn.
I was like, yo, she's. I said
so waiting.
unequipped.
Oh,
Whoa.
okay.
One-
I said interesting. It sounds like you're going to the NFL.
150,
Yeah.
Okay.
and then I was shooting for 160 and then 170.
That's awesome. Okay, so that was bench, right? And so what'd you end at bench? Remind me one more time. Say it one more time.
I started with the 150 and
Okay.
then 160, but I didn't get the 160 because I was going up, and as I was going up, I started moving back, so it didn't go up correctly,
Gotcha.
and so I just got it again with the 160. I tried it again, and it went up pretty easy, which they got mad at me because they're like, dude.
Yeah.
It's like you get it
Hate
in
it when
practice,
that happens.
and then
Yeah.
it's like we can get it in practice, and then when the meet comes, all of a sudden, mentally, or I don't know, the adrenaline rush you get, it just starts building up, and you just a bunch of things, emotions,
Mhm.
everything.
Yeah.
And then my deadlift, I opened with 345.
Wow.
My second was 360, and then we just shot for 380, and I didn't end up getting it. I didn't end up locking up at the bottom, but
Okay.
my total goal was 8. 850 total.
Yeah.
The way we
Wow.
don't know our numbers. This is how we are at meets.
Yep. Mhm.
I swear this is how we are at meets.
Even Coach Flood's going, carry the one.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me see. Yeah.
But we're just like, hold on, I gotta put the calculator out. Or who has their phone? Who has
That's
their phone?
crazy. That's awesome.
So what's the goal for state?
Total 3.
Around 800 something.
Three-
What was it
well,
this time?
you said
Sorry.
850. It was the what was it?
Yeah.
850. 850. Okay,
Hey,
so
goal
so
is-
Like 875, 870,
Yeah.
somewhere in that range,
that's
probably.
Eight-
crazy. Still,
880.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Wow, Coach. We have two coaches on the outside of the camera, so I just want to nod if you can give us. They're lifting more than some football guys as well, right? Like for sure, yeah, for sure. Like I'm hearing these unequipped numbers, and I'm like, I don't even know that some of those dudes are hitting that. That's crazy. That is awesome.
So here's my question for y'all is powerlifting. So I've told this story to some coaches when I interview head coaches for any
yeah.
sport. I always ask if the UIL limited schools to only one sport, boys and girls, everybody. You get one sport. What would you choose and why? Right? And when you're hiring football coaches, they come up with some interesting answers. Basketball coaches come up with some really interesting answers, things like that. But what we're looking for is the sport that really teaches the things that we want in athletics across the board, no matter the sport. Does that make sense? And what we want in athletics is, like you guys talked about earlier, like how do you coach life through sports? And so when inevitably they were like, well, they want to know what I think the right answer is, and I don't think there is necessarily a right answer if you can back up what you're saying.
Sure.
You know what I mean? But in the past it would be, before we got powerlifting, I would always say track.
Yeah.
Because in track, what are our goals? First of all, our goals is that you need to be able to think with the end in mind, have goals, and then set a plan, and then work your butt off to make those things happen, because you can apply that to every ounce of things you do in life, right? And so, and everybody can do it in track. Everybody can find something that they can be good at, that they want to do and they want to get better at, and things like that. And then powerlifting came along, and Coach Flores always, I forget what he calls it exactly, but it's something along the idea of an iron addiction or something like that. But you get in there, and no matter where you're at, if you're the 80-pound young lady that's never seen a weight before and then comes in and gets it, and then all of a sudden it's like they take big steps, get stronger. They're putting in the plan. They've applied the process and things that they learn those things. You know what I mean? And everybody can do it. And so it'd be cool if we had the coaches in here but my question to you is, how has powerlifting taught you those lessons? And kind of be specific to your own life, to those lessons, to what that process looks like for you, and how you can take the lessons you've learned in powerlifting and take them with you, as we have 3 seniors, as you leave high school and continue on. Does that make sense? So just for you, how has powerlifting really taught you life lessons?
We'll start with Southwest.
So personally, I would say powerlifting has taught me a lot, realistically, because I also am a dragon warrior, so I also do all my stuff in Coach Score. But
Yeah.
like, it really puts things in perspective for you. That I feel like being in sports specifically, it really teaches you a lot of lessons that you don't see outside in like regular classrooms.
Sure.
Like, you see teamwork, you see a lot of things, leadership, all of that, and you feed off each other. So like during powerlifting, people may seem like, oh, it's an individual sport because you only focus on yourself. Like as well with track, like, oh, you're only focused on yourself, but it doesn't work like that. Like you'll see us, like when I went to go do my deadlift at 400, like you'll see the coaches, like I heard Coach Molina yelling from like across the stadium, you got this. And then you had a Medina Valley coach, hey, you got it, like don't like you'll see the legacy coaches, they're like supporting you as well.
Sure.
Like it really helps you know that you're not alone in things.
Yeah.
And like maybe sometimes you can have the doubt in yourself, but when you see other people supporting you that you don't even know, it really shows you like, hey, like I can do this. Like if other people believe in me, why am I not believing in myself?
Sure. That's a great answer.
Mhm.
So yeah.
Good.
Good answer.
Sophia?
Oh, sorry.
She heard great answer.
She's
She
like,
said,
she's like,
the
yeah.
Academy Award goes to you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah.
Well, for me, at least this year, powerlifting is very much like a work from your failure kind of sport. Because if you don't fail with big numbers, you're not gonna know what your actual max is. Because you fail and you fail and you fail, and then you finally get the big number, and then you're like, all right, what's next? Like,
Yeah.
what can I do more? So powerlifting has really taught me to, like, even though you're gonna fail like 9 times out of 10, once you finally get that one, you're just gonna feel amazing.
Mhm.
And like, you might not fail I failed twice at the meet, I think, in 2 different lifts.
Mhm.
But then at the end of it, I got everything that I wanted to. And
Sure.
I still, like, I pushed through, and I just kept, like, thinking about it. And then off of what she said, like, how, because, like, I looked at my videos, my mom videoed, and I had, like, Legacy girls in the background of mine. And I didn't even know, like, they're in, like, their bench daddies and stuff. And I'm on squat still, and then
They're like this just watching. Like
They're
you
just like watching like
And then,
like
and then
like
I,
Frankenstein.
yeah, and then I see them, like cheering for me and stuff. And then I would go to, like, watch Ariana.
How do you clap in a bench daddy?
I was just gonna ask you to show us. What does that look like? Yeah. All right. Sounds good.
But it's just like, you can see, like, it's very much like, 'cause if you go to like a football game or whatever, no one's gonna be like, oh, look at this one play, that was crazy. It's but like with powerlifting, it's like everyone can see like the one thing that you did,
That's true. Yeah.
and it's like they can really see like how you are, you know.
You get 9 shots at it, and that's it.
And I was
Yep.
gonna say it's also like mental. It's really mental. You really decide whether you're gonna push or you're just gonna quit. Because you have those moments where you rack it out, you take it out the rack, and you're like, okay, this feels heavy. Am I
Yeah.
gonna do this?
Mm-hmm.
And then you go down, and then once you hit that angle, you're like, okay, you really have to go through with it, and you decide whether you're gonna keep pushing, no matter how hard it hurts, no matter how hard you're pushing, or you just let it. Sometimes you just have to. I'm not gonna lie,
Mhm.
but
Yeah.
you really pushed it. It really taught me to keep pushing forward with things, and like it really taught me not to give up on things. Realistically, just through one sport, it really teaches you a lot.
Well, and what's so interesting is and I mean, me and him joke about it all the time. There's no way I would have been a powerlifter. There's no shot. But I think what I'm hearing, and
I don't
think
know.
it's
You got kind of like T-Rex kind of arms, so
you know,
probably
the bench daddy would have been
just
easy, easy. But I will say, what I think I'm hearing that's super important is in life as adults. I'm sure your coaches will tell you. I'm sure teachers will tell you. It's very easy to become complacent, and I think you're learning at a very young age, like you said, Sophia, where you hit that goal and it doesn't become okay. Now when I hit this goal, it's what's next after that. And I think that's super, super important life lesson that I think you can take and use.
And I think that you said earlier, like you were at a plateau, and then you talked about how failure kind of inspires you to so instead of using failure as a negative, it's just like, okay, that one didn't work. Let's do another one.
Yeah.
Until I get to where I'm at. So the teaching of resilience. So you have a lot of good examples, Ariana. What has powerlifting taught you?
Powerlifting has taught me that, like, just fight, honestly. Like Danny said, once you feel the weight on your back, it just all hits you. It's just like, whoa.
Yeah.
But it's like, yeah, you just fight. Like, once you get to a certain angle and they yell up, it's all you. Just just fight really hard. If you feel yourself just, like, not getting it, just keep going.
How much does the failure in the squat, because it's scary to fail in squat,
yeah,
because
scary.
you
It's
got
so scary.
400 pounds on your back, and if you're not going up, there's only one place to go, and making sure you do it right is very important.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so, how does failing in squat?
We're recruiting nobody on this show right now.
Exactly, I know.
Yeah.
But learning to fail, like doing it a couple of times and knowing that it's okay, one, and two, that being okay with not being okay with failing, but understanding I'm gonna live through it.
Sure.
And how to do it so that, okay, I can do it again and not be scared to take risks. And when we talk about values, that legacy, to be tough enough to be like, I got this. Failure is a possibility, but I'm not scared of it. Or in Dragon values, like having no fear of just making it happen. And I think that how does that relate? I guess would be my question to you. Like you said it, all of y'all said it, that weight gets on there. How do you work through that part of it?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, once you,
She's like, I just
They
do
do the
it.
numbers. I just lived. I don't know what I gotta keep telling you. Yeah.
once you fail at least once or a couple of times, you know how it
Feels,
is, and you're
yeah.
not scared of it. And
Mhm.
you're just like, okay, this is what's gonna happen. You also have to put trust in your spotters.
Mm-hmm.
And in yourself. Well, yeah.
Well, yeah, especially yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. Spotters
Okay.
are-
Yeah.
Mm,
Yeah.
The spotters.
Sometimes- I like how you say
Yeah.
put trust in your spotters, and Danny's over here ready to fire all the
Yeah, I
spotters.
No, I have. I'll be like, no, my coach is going, or I'll have the football boys go because
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
like at the regional meet, there is some terrible. Like I don't know if you were there for
Oh,
that,
mm.
but the weight. I don't know how it happened, but the weight on the bar fell on top of one of those spotters
Oh.
twice. It was crazy.
Again, not recruiting anybody right now.
Oh, I'm sorry. But
We're
it,
gonna-
it, it
listen.
didn't fall on the lifter, okay?
All right.
It fell on the spot.
Yeah, go. Let's go to our last leg.
And
This is
changing the subject.
Yeah. So we love powerlifting. It's super safe, but we'll go to the next one.
So what did you learn? What are the big life lessons?
Yeah.
The life lesson that I've always taken on through powerlifting would be self-discipline. It's brought mental self-discipline. Is about physical self-discipline. It's also just getting through the workout despite how you feel, despite how your day went. It's kind of like walking into a room and disregarding everything else that's going on around you, that
Kind of a release,
financially-
right?
Yeah,
Mhm.
financially was going on around you, or relationships, family, anything that ever happened. It's just you walk into a room and you throw everything else out the window. Because at the end of the day, this sport has given me an outlet. It has given me something that I knew that once I walked in here, I was gonna be okay. And like the mood of the room also changed the way I felt
Sure.
by even walking in and having the coaches smile at you, or Florida's telling me a joke, or Audie doing something in the back with Savannah. We're always playing around. It's always a good energy in the room, and it's always been something that I've been able to just have as an outlet. It's brought me self-discipline, not only through myself, but it's also with life itself.
So is it something that as you graduate in a couple of years, something you continue to do for forever?
Working
Something
out,
like that?
working out definitely.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to the military in a few months.
Okay.
So that's definitely something new that I'm ready to. I just need
That's
to
probably
get outta
helped
here.
you get ready for that a little bit and
Mhm.
stuff. Yep.
Give me a lot of
See,
people
hey,
going.
we gotta-
"Oh."
we-
a lot of
hey.
people going. What's she squatting over there? Yeah.
We finally got a recruiting pitch.
That's what I'm talking about. We're here. Well, that's what I was gonna say. We're gonna clip actually the last 40 minutes of this, and instead of that, the final question will be: after scaring people off, bringing them back in right now, what's your recruitment message to people who are new to learning about powerlifting, who are incoming freshmen, who are middle schoolers, who are sophomores? Many of you said you started sophomore year, so maybe you're talking to those freshmen at Legacy and Southwest High School. What is the not the pitch, but just the real deal as a student who's been through it, who's enjoyed it, who's now going to state with it? What would you tell students to enjoy about maybe giving powerlifting a try and trying it for themselves?
Go ahead, Ariana.
Oh, okay. I would say it's really fun because not only do you like lift and see what you can do at meets and like regionals and stuff, you get to meet new people and open yourself up to other people and just like have their energy just come to you also.
Mm-hmm.
Like when you're lifting and stuff, and like see videos and you can see all of them just cheering for you. Like even after you're done with the lift, just go out and see like people just congratulating you and just hyping you up and just saying like, you're amazing, you know.
Mm-hmm.
It's a really good feeling to feel.
That's self-fulfillment. Yeah,
Mhm.
Or that everybody's with you.
that's
Part
awesome.
of a bigger group. Mhm.
Yeah.
Very cool.
What do you got, Sophia?
Oh, probably just like don't be afraid to just try it. If you're at all interested in it, no one's gonna get mad at you for trying it and then being like, "Oh, this isn't for me." And even if there's like little 80-pound girls, there's a whole weight class for you. You got it.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's no, because it's also other 80-pound girls that you're going against. You don't have to lift against the big kids, you know. Well,
Yeah.
you're also the same age, not what I meant.
big
But
Yeah.
but just don't be afraid to like try, and then obviously you're not going to be super strong in the beginning. I mean, I was very weak in the beginning, but then I just fell in love with it because it was just so like, I don't know, I got to put like everything that I've always like been good at into literally one sport. Like, and it was just like the perfect I don't know. And the people are nice. And it's just, there's always, like, everyone has a place.
Yep.
There you go.
There you go. Danny.
All right. Yeah, we gotta. Yeah, you want to go at the end?
My recruitment pitch would be you don't know how strong you are. You don't know how much you can take in. You don't know how much you can control. Like, there's so much more that you know. You don't know how strong you are at all. Like, we always tell Harrison, like, I don't think I'm that strong. Like, I don't believe I'm that strong. But he's always like, no, like, you are. And it's kind of like accepting it and being able to know that you're willing to take on a lot of things. You're strong enough to maintain a life and a balance within everything else going on. And even if you just get, like, kind of Sophie said, like, you get a lift and it's kind of like, okay, what's next?
Yeah.
Because you got to be happy for yourself in the moment, despite how you felt before.
Mm-hmm.
So just
Kind of
allow
develop
yourself-
some of that confidence, right? Like, even if you fail, you got it. And then after you get something, you're like, all right, bring on the next thing. It's not like that's all I got, right? And so,
There's
so how
always
has it
more.
built your confidence, would you say, in some way?
It's built my confidence a lot, and it's allowed me to realize, like, there is a lot more beyond than just that certain number.
Sure.
Mhm.
Kind of like it's the same thing as there's a lot more beyond where you're at right now.
Mm-hmm.
And I always compare my life to, like, adults, parents, and it's like, okay, like, this is a lot going on, but I've seen adults do it. I've seen my mom do it. I've seen my parents do it. Like, there's so much more that you're willing to take in, and there's so much more that you're willing to build from.
Mm-hmm.
That's a great answer.
Yep.
All right, then here we go. You wanted last one, Academy Award speech right here. Hype them up. Recruit.
I don't really have an answer because I feel like no. Okay, like, they've all said basically what it is.
Yeah.
I have a lot of, because I also do track, and
Yeah.
you have a lot, like, I'll come back and they'll be like, oh my God, Danny, how'd you do? And I'm like, oh, I did good. And then they'll some people ask, like, oh, do you think I should try it? And I was like, definitely. Like, you're not going to lose anything from trying it.
Yeah.
And, like,
Mhm.
just like they said about Coach, that he said, like, it's like iron, like, you see it, you do it, and then it becomes like an addiction.
I want to
I'm
do
not gonna
more.
lie.
Yeah.
It really does, because, like, you do things that you didn't know you were capable of.
Yep.
Truly, because I do, like, weight room with the track people, and then they'll be like, oh, Danny, go spot them, because they're scared of the weight, and I'm like, you got it. Like, you just have that doubt in your mind because you've never done it before.
Sure.
But when you really start, like she said, you build up that confidence in yourself, and you're capable of anything, to be honest. Like, you can't have no fear.
I think the story that and it's actually a short one, but that Coach Molina and I'm pretty sure Coach Flores and I have had about powerlifting is sometimes it's just a matter of, to get somebody to take the big jump is the first thing you have to do is they don't even go down. They just say, all right, here's 400 pounds. Just get it off the rack.
Yeah.
And hold it for a little while. You don't have to do it. Just hold it. And yeah, now it's not so bad, is it? Okay, now just go down a little bit. Yeah, you could go down farther, can't? And then you come up. And so it's kind of like getting into a cold pool. You got to kind of slowly get in sometimes. But I think that it's the building the confidence from seeing 4 45-pound plates on one side to saying, or 3 45-pound plates on one side, like, are you kidding me? To like, oh, I can do this.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that's the beauty of what they've said about powerlifting is that I think two things that I've heard is, one, because it's in a weight room and things like that, we can adjust to everything you're doing, you know, from jobs to multiple sports. We have some kids at Legacy who are powerlifting, playing 2 other sports and things like that. It's more of it's a sport where you get a lot into it, but it's also a supplemental sport that really helps the other sports and things like that. And I think 1, and then 2, you can do all those things, and just what you get from it, like the getting better,
Yeah.
the confidence building, the group of people around you that are cheering for you instead of like, I hope they don't get it. You know what I mean? Although when you get to the really top championship area, it's kind of like, yeah, I hope she doesn't get that. But
Do you have any last words, any last questions before we get out of here, sir?
no, I think you guys did a great job.
Yeah,
Appreciate it.
this-
Congratulations.
This has been one of my favorite podcasts I think we've done. I think I've enjoyed having the coaches here.
You
laughing.
always say that.
No, this truly, because it's we rarely do we have 3 coaches here.
That's true.
Giving tips, laughing with them while we're
Yeah.
talking with them. It's just
Some great answers, though.
Yeah, it's been a really good vibe. You guys have been very, very well spoken, and we look forward to welcoming you back with hopefully some state championships. The conversation I have, so we're excited for it. I'm excited for it. Any last words of encouragement for them as they go on to
No,
the
I
next
think
level.
it was great having the powerlifters because, like I said before, it's the one sport where I think if you did have to just choose one, it would probably now be powerlifting. In terms of I think that was the one thing and if you really hate running, you can work really hard.
Dang.
You can work really
now
hard.
You're recruiting. Now
you
we're
can work.
recruiting.
Yeah, you can work really hard in the weight room. Do all of the
No
things that you get in
cardio.
track.
Now we are recruiting.
And you can have fun and do a lot of those same things. You should still run track.
That's right.
But it's very much like your favorite 50-second run.
Dude.
When we made you guys
God.
do the 50-second run, it's
Gross.
you run the 50-second run so you can get people over the idea of dying at the end of a 400. They start to do it. It's the same concept of put that big heavy weight on your back and do it. And then when we were doing the 50-second run all the time, how many times we had some pretty good mile relay teams because we had a whole bunch of people who weren't scared of running the 400. Just like you got a whole bunch of people who are not scared of putting a lot of weight on the bar. And so that's how you build confidence. That's how you kind of raise your standards.
My favorite part of this was you telling Coach Molina, like, yeah, you got to put 400 pounds on and just fill it. And I was like, I've never even been in that situation. You're speaking. I was like, you speak for yourself. That's crazy. But no, we appreciate you all so much. We wish you the best of luck. And we're excited to talk to you in the future about what's next. I know we have our junior, so we'll be welcoming you back hopefully next year as well. Thank you to our coaches. As always, you guys do an incredible job of raising incredible students and young people to lead the community. So we're very excited. That's Peter Wagner. I'm Brandon Medina. These are regional champions from Southwest High School and Southwest Legacy. This has been the Scoreboard Podcast. And as always, we are
Southwest.
3, 2, 1.